Good morning, Tarkov. How's everyone doing? Hello, hello, hello. Oh, let's get the we'll get the chat box going here. Get the chat box going. There we go. Hopefully everyone's behaving. Hopefully everyone is having a fantastic day over in the European world. Over here in the United States, we're just getting started. So good morning, Tarkov. Good morning, everyone. I'm sorry. Excuse me. My proxy, my proxy's talking from the United States, but I'm talking from Tarkov, of course. This is right and early in Tarkov. But yeah, so good morning, Tarkov. This is the morning show I've been putting on for almost 30 days now. This is episode number 29. And on Sundays, I like to just kind of hang out, and we'll do a bit of a Q&A. This is the morning show I've been putting on for almost 30 days now, and it goes from 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern United States time over on the YouTube channel. Usually what we would do is we would have a topic that we go over for a few minutes. Sometimes it goes on to even like half an hour just to get everyone's brain moving, or just to have a topic for the day, and then we do a bit of a Q&A. But Sundays are special. Sundays are where we just kind of hang out, and anything you guys want to talk about, we can talk about. Where we had a big video today, or sorry, we had a few big videos this week. Yesterday with the I haven't had any coffee yet. I need coffee. Yesterday's video being the accumulation of everything that we had over the last week. So that was a big one. But then we also had the Nikita Q&A. We had our exclusive Nikita Q&A. Nikita talked to Pesley and the team over on Pesley's Twitch channel. And what was the other thing? We got our first look at the factory expansion. This would be cool. And this week, it being Sunday, we're in a new week here. Could be very interesting. We have NA Rivals on the 18th. I think that's Tuesday. That is Tuesday. So 2 days away from the North American Twitch Rivals Escape from Tarkov tournament on Tuesday there. And then it is my belief, it is my theory that Thursday they'll say something. So, in terms of something, we apparently are waiting on another tease of Streets of Tarkov. So our third tease of the Streets of Tarkov location in Escape from Tarkov. Could see that on Thursday. Could see some kind of post from BSG that would tell us when a Talking Tarkov podcast, or a Tarkov TV podcast would pop up. And or we can just get the Tarkov TV podcast on Thursday, on the 20th, this Thursday. So could be interesting. Could be another very interesting week, and then that could lead us into maybe some more spicy stuff next week. Let me get your guys' thoughts on that while I have a little bit of coffee. Put the slideshow up here too. There we go. All right. How's everybody doing? How's everyone's weekend? Hey, Carasolas. Hey, Matt. Hey, Jacob. Hey, Lemon. When do you think of what is skilled? I've done like 3 videos on that now. We'll get to that in a second. Let me do. The Ash 12 is best. I don't know about that. It's pretty good, but I don't know about that. I've been coming to every one of these and asking about flashlights. Everybody says that I'm wrong, but in my opinion, flashlights are completely broken. They illuminate the world, not targets. They definitely do a bit of both. Nico, I think there is, but washout targets. Gotcha. No, for sure. I have a video talking about flashlights. Also, Nico, a lot of people come in here just to hang out, and there's a lot of, talk that goes. There's a lot of chat in the chat when we do these. So in order to get to me specifically, it's much easier if you do like what Lemon did there and what Carasolis did there, where you do @NiceGuySpaceTarkov, which since we're doing just the open Q&A today, I'll show that off specifically. So if you do @NiceGuy, and then there should be a little thing that pops up right for you. So if you guys use that, since we're immediately going into the Q&A today, if you guys use that along with your question, it makes it much easier for me to find it. I just want a new map, dude. Same. For real. Same. Love having new locations, new things to explore. Now, again, with the flashlights there, since I didn't actually answer that, I made a video specifically, as far as I know, they didn't add any actually flashlights since then. But I think there's some kind of balance feature with it, because flashlights can actually be quite overpowered in real life, because they're obviously very bright. And so you can completely just wash someone out. And in theory, there should also, not really in theory, but realistically, they should also have some kind of a side effect of that as well, or what would be the word that I'm looking for? I haven't had any coffee to be able to talk smart this morning. But they should have something stay behind where it's almost like a flash grenade, right? Where you get those bright lights in your eyes, and then it kind of sticks with you for a little while. Those should still happen with flashlights. So I think that's a little bit of a balance thing that they're doing there with some of those, because it is different with each. So the brighter that it is doesn't necessarily mean the worse that the washout is. You just have to be using the right flashlight at the right kind of time of day, or time of night even is the correct word to use there, time of night, or just level of darkness. And then also, if you have a flashlight coming back at you, or if there was a reflective surface coming back at you as well, that can affect stuff too. But no, trust me, I know exactly what you mean. I've made a video talking about that. And then specifically also what those effects have on NVGs as well. So we'll see if it gets better in the future. We can bring it up again with BSG and see what they say. But I think it is sort of a balance thing, because believe it or not, flashlights can actually be pretty overpowered if they actually are as clear as they are in real life. What's your opinion about the new factory scav boss? The new factory scav boss is badass. He's going to be really cool. I want to see exactly what you look like when he hits you with the hammer. I wonder if they're going to add some new ragdoll or something for him. I wonder if he can just like fornicate your shit up when he hits you with the hammer, like straight gut shot with the hammer. Let's see. I want to see what happens. I want a good view of someone just getting schwacked with that hammer and see what happens. Can you tell my girlfriend to wake up and get out of bed? Why'd that delete that? Nightbot. Hey, Nightbot. Hey, you better watch out. Nightbot is on your girlfriend's side here. Because Nightbot just deleted that. Can you tell my girlfriend to wake up and get out of bed? She's in bed behind me. Hey, Gickle's girlfriend. Hey, Gickle's McDoodle. Gickle's McDougal's girlfriend. You should probably get out of bed. Got a big day ahead of you. Whatever's going on Sunday. But yeah, Nightbot, you better watch out. Gickles, you better watch out for Nightbot. For some reason, Nightbot just deleted that. Maybe the user of the flashlight could be a little bit blinded by some reflections. Not necessarily, unless it's coming off of a reflective surface, like right behind, like right in front of them. I mean, yeah, I don't know about that. Flashlights should add like a black ring. I don't know, like a gradient around the edge for the player using them. Like IRL, if you have flashlights in the dark, your eyes focus on the light. I don't know. I have plenty of flashlights on, my stuff. I don't exactly know what you're talking about there, Lemon, there with the flashlights, because I've used them plenty of times, and I know it makes everything very bright, but I don't actually know what you mean there with that one. I'm not tracking that one. What's this? I hear about a free labs entry sometime soon. Apparently, Nikita said it was a good idea on the Pestily podcast. Yes, he did. He did say it was an interesting idea on the Pestily podcast. And I think he said that he's going to be working on getting that in for the next few weeks. If you want that exact quote of that note that I have, it should be in my most recent video. It should be in the video that I posted yesterday. I think he said they're going to do it. I think they said they are going to do it. They're going to do some cool events like that coming up where it's like the pre-patch events, but they're not the pre-patch events. So we'll see what happens. Or the pre-wipe. They're like the pre-wipe events, but they're just not the pre-wipe events. Unless they do it in a couple weeks, in which case it could totally be the pre-wipe event, and then they could just say nothing, and then the game would wipe. That would be... that'd be nuts. Is the single-player co-op campaign still planned, or are the current tasks meant as the storyline? A little bit difficult to understand the co-op. That I don't know exactly how the co-op would work, but in terms of the single-player campaign... I need a sip of coffee here, sorry. Excuse me. In terms of the single-player campaign, do you mean, Jacka? Do you mean where you start on one map and you need to extract that map in order to get to the next map? Is that what you're talking about for the campaign? Because that's all that we have right now in terms of information on how the campaign will work. Or are you talking about something different that I haven't heard about yet? Oh, Nightbot didn't like how he was using caps. That doesn't make any sense. All right, I'm taking a note. Guys, I'm fixing Nightbot today. Taking a note about Nightbot. Fix Nightbot. You bot. There you go. I will fix Nightbot today. Do you think Streets will be running at 60 frames per second on an average PC? That I am not the person to ask about that, especially since I don't work on it. I have no idea. Now, specifically, it's because of an average PC, but that is a goal. Like, they want it to run very well, and NVIDIA wants it to run very well, and Unity wants it to run very well, like I just talked about in yesterday's video as well. So, we'll see. I don't know what your definition of an average PC is, but generally speaking, I think they want it. They want it to do at least that on your average PC, generally speaking. Kind of peeved that you won't be able to loot the sledgehammer. My friends and I were hyped to get it to get it and mess people up. No, for sure, King Chakas. There's a couple other things coming around as well that we probably won't be able to pick up because it would just be kind of weird. In Escape from Tarkov, like one of apparently the riot shield. Excuse me, guys. Apparently the riot shield is also going to be one of those items that you will see on a scav boss, but you just won't be able to pick up. So we'll see. We'll see what else can come of that. Has Nikita ever said if they are going to make nades a longer throwing animation? That's one of those balance things that they're always going to be looking at, Tirish. Morning, by the way. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, that's just one of those balance things that they'll constantly be looking at. Actually, longer throwing animation. I have actually heard confirmation about something that you might not like, which is that we are going to be able to cook grenades in the future. Cooking grenades is coming. He answered that in my Q&A. So technically, that's a hell of a lot shorter because someone can cook it and then it'll go off much quicker. So in fact, I might have heard the opposite, but that's yeah, we'll see. What about special glasses that don't allow bright lights, like sunglasses, but for flashlights? So there's no such thing as not allowing bright lights, or else it would just be a blank surface, right? It wouldn't be transparent. There's some light needs to come through in order for you to be able to see. So unless you're wearing a welding mask and you can't see shit anyway, I don't see that really happening. Although it does already have some effects like that, Kara Solas, because there are some sunglasses that do lessen those effects already, and I think it's actually shown in the stats of the flash. Why I keep saying that? I think it's shown in the stats of the sunglasses themselves. If you go and check that out, pretty sure. I already see someone get bludgeoned like 3 feet into a... Dude, for real, Gickles. Yeah, for real. If he's got that giant sledgehammer, and look at that animation too. I forget if I have that animation. I'll go over on Twitter here. It's Sunday. We can yeet on over to Twitter. Let's go over to BSG. Actually, do they have the GIF? They might not have the GIF of him. Yeah, they might not have the gif of him swinging. Possibly. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. I'm not seeing it. But what I can do is if I go over to my channel, I go over here. Oh, I forgot we saw these screenshots of the scar. I have to go get these. Forgot we saw these. I have to go get these. I forgot he showed us this. That's the scar. Another shot of the scars. Well, the scar H. This was the podcast that he was looking at this picture and he called these the scars. He said both. He's like both. Here's both the scars. It's like these are both H's. These are both the 7.62s. I have to go get these screenshots. These are the screenshots that I was looking for. And this is gonna be Cavalda right here. Like, come on, why is he swinging down like that? Is he gonna, if you're like dead already, is he gonna come up and fucking hit you? Why did he, see how he swung down with that first one? Yeah, he swung down. And then that one's up, the uppercut. Oh, the side. I want to see him just destroy somebody. Oh, was that the only, oh really? Was that really the only one? Yeah, I guess that was the only. Yeah, that is gonna be nuts. Yeah. That is a big hammer. That is gonna screw some people up. So yeah, that'd be cool if they added some kind of like new ragdolls or something for that. Imagine Tarkov VR. They're open for VR actually. I think I made a video talking about that. The thing with like extra stuff like that, they're completely open to it, but they don't want to do it because they already have enough work. So same thing with console. They were actually talking about console too. If Sony or Microsoft or somebody wanted to come, what if Nintendo? Yes, Nintendo would like to have Tarkov. We'd like it on the Switch. If Sony or Microsoft came to them and said, we want Tarkov as an exclusive, Nikita said that he'd oblige. He'd work with them. Does Tarkov plan on a single-player game? It's set up perfect for a Fallout-type game. Nico, Russia 2028. Russia 2028 sounds like right up your alley there, bud. So look up Russia 2028. In fact, the video that's probably going to pop up is my video, because every time I look that up, my video is the one that first that pops up on Google and shit. So yeah, that's everything we got on that. And that seems like exactly what you're looking for. What if we get mortar flare shots? That'd be cool. That would be very cool. Flares in general are coming, so like even just handheld flares. Yeah, Tarkov VR. Yep. Single player like an offline match with cutscenes, trader interaction. No, that's not coming. That's not going to be for Tarkov. That's going to be for Russia 2028. There is the co-op offline stuff. Like you're going to be able to go offline with your friends, but there won't be any progression whatsoever. So it's exactly like co-op. It's exactly like offline is right now, just with your friends. Just asking because I think I heard a single player campaign is planned a long time ago, like 1 or 2 years ago. It might end up being, excuse me, it might end up being a single or co-op campaign, but all they've talked about so far is it won't be, like, it could have cutscenes too and stuff like that, but in generally all that they have talked about so far in terms of a campaign is that you will start on a single location and then you will need to survive that location in order to move on to another location. So on launch for the single player campaign, you are going to have access to one map. I think the last map that they talked about was streets. It might be something else. It might be factory. It might be terminal. It might be terminal over on Shoreline, and then you go from there. Might be lighthouse as well. There's a lot of might be's. We'll have to see what it actually ends up being. But you start on that map. You need to survive that map in order to move on to the next one. And then you need to survive that map in order to move on to the next one. And depending on what extraction point you use is what map you will go to next. That's it. That's all I talked about so far. And you theoretically could do that with a buddy. You could do that with one of your friends. But again, that is it. That's all we talked. That's all they've talked about. There won't be any kind of separate setup for like a single player progression or campaign or anything like that. It is going to work the same in terms of you need to go online and you don't know what you're going to come up against, other than you can expect there to be players and player scavs out there waiting for you. It's going to work like Tarkov right now, just map to map. What is your feeling now that they admitted that there won't as much weapons as we wished? And what happened to the third stance we supposed to have in game? Wasn't it supposed to be in... Okay, I don't know what you mean by third stance. Staggy, explain third stance to me. But again, with the weapons, I sort of understood that they could have some problems with the weapons. However, I think you kind of misunderstood what they admitted there. They admitted that some of the rarer weapons, basically, they won't be able to get their hands on, so they just can't put it in the game. So maybe they will end up having a lot of weapons, like at least close to what they have with Hired Ops and Contract Wars. But apparently, the way they answered that was a art side of things. If they can't actually have a functional weapon, one of the functional weapons in their hands in the studio, then they can't put it in the game because they need it to be able to function in game that way, because they're going to have all the internals working that way. So they need to actually have the actual gun functional in their hands in the studio in order for that to work. So I don't know what guns they wouldn't be able to get their hands on from Hired Ops or from Contract Wars. So we'll have to see exactly what guns those end up being that they don't add. You know what I mean? He might swing you and knock you to the ground, then swing down and just cave in the... Dude, that would be nuts. He said you'd tell when you get hit, and it's not like a normal hit with the sledge. Does that mean there's going to be a knockdown animation for players? There could be. There very well could be. Because later there is going to be, and he actually confirmed this with my Q&A this week as well, there is going to be unconscious states. You are going to be able to be knocked out. So if you get knocked out, you know, the lights go out up there, you're going to just fucking ragdoll to the ground. You are just going to, like a ton of bricks, you're just going to fucking drop, basically. So some interesting ragdolls and some interesting stuff that would then be used for an unconscious state. Maybe they're doing that with Cavalda. Maybe we'll see the first iteration of that state with Cavalda. Who knows? What about ability to get pants with bigger pockets like the ones worn by scav bosses? I don't know. I don't think the clothing from Ragman is ever going to have an inventory. I don't think that's going to be a thing, or at least they haven't talked about it that I've noticed. But what is coming is a battle belt. Battle belts are going to be a thing where you're going to have your compass, your radio, binoculars, and GPS. And I think I'm missing something else. There might be something else that goes there. I forget, though. So battle belt. Yeah, battle belt's going to be a thing. Where do you think the scav boss will spawn in the new factory? I think underground. I think he's going to be underground. I'll show you exactly where. That one that we couldn't really identify because it's so tight. It's such like just a small area. Hold on. Where is it? This one? Yeah, this one. I think he can get into a lot of trouble in here. Because he can jump around, like if he comes around this pillar and he hides behind these barrels, he hides behind these pallets over here. There's lots of places for him to hide down here and just get cover from you. Now he is going to have a shotgun as well. He is going to have a shotgun. And this is just prime. They should have a sign here that just says like shotgun buffet. Like, he is going to feast on people with shotguns if he ends up being down here. That's my theory. That's my theory. I think this will at least be one of his spawns, if not where you're going to find him. That's my theory with that. It just seems like he's going to feast on people down there. New animations, gore, factory hatchlings, heads get smoshed. Yeah, dude. Yeah, Tirish. Gore, they have spoken about gore recently where they said that, actually, you know what? Now with this week's Q&A, maybe, I feel like they would have said gore if they're not going to do, maybe gore is still coming. Maybe gore is still coming. However, maybe it'll come if you actually are dead. So if there is something that immediately kills you, like maybe if a grenade goes off and they know that you are going to be in a state that puts you out of the raid, then the gore comes in. Because I genuinely don't know how they're going to do the if you lose a limb and you're in raid. I genuinely don't know how they're going to do that. Like, will you actually need to be dragged to the extract? That's what I mean. So I don't know how that's going to work with actually being in raid and if you were to lose a limb or something. Maybe Cavaldo will recognize if players have class 1 or 2 armor and use a sledge, and if he's up against a Chad, he'll go Saiga. That seems very unique. That seems like a very, very intelligent AI. We'll see if that ends up happening, but I actually am doubting that that's what's going to happen. I think what he's going to do is the second anyone even shows a single pixel come around that corner, he's going to try and light you up with the Saiga, and if he gets the drop on you, he might try and Cavaldo smash you. Thanks for the 5, Nightmare. We'll get to, hopefully text-to-speech will pick that up. As long as we don't see Tarkov mobile, I'm fine with it. Yeah, no fucking way. No fucking way we see mobile, dude. How's your morning, and what are you doing currently? I'm doing the stream currently, and I'm trying to make sure I drink coffee so I can wake up. But in terms of today, I am very much...
like microwave.
Oh. Glad to have a good source of F news. Keep up the good work.
F news. Thanks, Nightmare. Thank you very much for the 5 spot, and thank you very much for the kind words. I really appreciate it. I was fucking terrified. I'll just say this real quick. I was fucking terrified of getting sponsors, and you guys really showed up. Like, I really appreciate that everyone's like, yo, get the bag, you know, make your money, that kind of a thing. Because no joke, guys, as we saw a perfect example this week. I didn't wait I had that Q&A, and I know they put it up on social media, but I already talked about that Q&A for days ahead of time. And I wouldn't go and take that Q&A. I wouldn't go and take the breaking news and go and put that behind an ad. The way it works with the ad videos, you can see it with the one last week, and you can see the one that I did yesterday. If you actually were paying attention to all of my videos and you were actually paying attention to everything around Escape from Tarkov, you would have known all of that. You would have all that information. But the point is that people don't. Like, that's the point of that video. So I just stuck everything together. It's already information that everyone has. It's not breaking news. It's not going to completely change your life. If you wanted to, you could go and watch other videos that didn't have ads on them and still get the same information. But it was that convenience, and just that one video is an insane boost. I can actually have a bit of a fucking life if I was actually able to get a couple sponsors a month, which is all I'm going to do. Because generally speaking, I think sponsors make people a little lazy, because it is a bunch of money, and it does make you, like, kind of figure out, all right, how do I take a break here and there? Generally speaking, I want to make sure that I don't get too many sponsors because I think it would make me lazy. So I'm not going to be doing too many of them. I'm going to make sure I stick to my guns. But it is going to allow me, like today, at most what I would do is I might go on the second channel. At most I might pop up and play some Hood Outlaws. There's a lot of fucking games that I haven't been able to play that I wanted to play. I got Hood Outlaws and Legends here. I've got shoot, what's that other one that everyone keeps yelling at me to play? What's that other one that's like Escape from Tarkov, but it's like a Western? What is it, guys? Someone help me. What's like the it's like Escape from Tarkov, but it's like old Western. Hell Let Loose is cool too. I have Hell Let Loose here. There's another one that I bought. Hunt Showdown. Yes, Hunt. I have Hunt Showdown, and I haven't played it yet. I wanted to play Hunt Showdown. So I have Hood Outlaws and Legends here. I have Hunt Showdown not installed, actually. I need to install Hunt Showdown. I bought when it was on sale a while ago, but I haven't played it yet. Middle Earth: Shadow of War. I thought that was. I'm a big Lord of the Rings fucking nerd. And I never played that. And I'm a big Assassin's Creed nerd. And the whole thing with that is, like, Assassin's Creed devs went to make that game, so it's like Assassin's Creed but Lord of the Rings, which is just fucking amazing. So I need to play that. Mortal Online 2 as well. which I know is like in development. It's kind of a shit show, but I still wanted to check it out. What else? I thought I had something else here. And then just generally speaking, War Thunder 2. I play a lot of War Thunder. Oh, this weekend was supposed to be Ashes of Creation. The Ashes. I'm gonna do that a lot. Ashes of Creation. Was supposed to, the NDA was supposed to be up this weekend, but they ended up pushing it back. And I haven't heard back about the content creator program yet either. But that's our second channel, guys. If you guys are into MMOs, Ashes of Creation and Star Citizen is going to be huge on that second channel. There's not going to be any Escape from Tarkov over there. Escape from Tarkov is going to stay here. But I would like to build what I've built with Escape from Tarkov, and I like to make the exact same content that I make with Escape from Tarkov, but with Ashes of Creation or Star Citizen or I was going to say New World, but now New World's doing some funky shit, so maybe not New World anymore. We'll have to look into that a little bit. I don't know if you guys know what's going on with that, but they're doing some weird stuff with microtransactions, so unfortunately Amazon might have done fucked up with that. We'll see what ends up happening with that. But I was excited for New World. I'm still part of New World. I still have New World. I'm going to play it, but I think they might have done fucked up with some microtransaction stuff with that. We'll see what ends up happening. Resident Evil Village. I haven't added Resident Evil Village because it's just is everyone. Everyone does it, and it does seem like a good game. I haven't personally played a lot of the Resident Evils. But yeah. Destiny 2. Destiny 2, yeah, there's an expansion coming out, or an update coming out for that. World of Warcraft, there's an expansion. Guys, in order for me to be able to talk about Escape from Tarkov the way that I talk about Escape from Tarkov, I would have needed to be an insane nerd ahead of time to be able to have the right mindset to do what I do with this, just to the level that I take Escape from Tarkov. So if you guys didn't know before, I'm a fucking nerd. I love these games. I love playing the shit out of all these games. It just so happens that Escape from Tarkov is my favorite one. So I would really like to play all this shit, and I play the shit out of World of Warcraft. I've got a little bit bored of it, so I think that once the next expansion pops up, we'll get back to tanking mythics and tanking raids in World of Warcraft. I'd like to do that in Ashes of Creation. I'd like to level all three of my characters in Destiny 2. And then we've got Hood's Outlaws, we've got Shadow of War, Middle Earth Shadow of War, and we've got Hunt Showdown. And it's just endless stuff to do. Just endless stuff. But anyway, this started with the sponsor stuff. What the sponsor stuff is going to allow me to do is just fucking take a break. It's going to allow me not to fucking worry so much. So today... it looks like it's a beautiful day, so what I'm probably going to do is take the bike out. I'll probably take the bike out and go get some lunch. Maybe I'll meet up with my dad or something, and maybe meet up with a couple buddies, and we'll have a lunch or whatever, and then this afternoon I'll come back and maybe I pop up on the second channel. But that's genuinely what the sponsors get to do, because I don't have a fucking life. Anytime I get all these videos together, like this week, I really don't think I left my house more than like 45 minutes this entire week because I was making videos and I was trying to stay on top of all this shit. So that's what that does. It makes it much better. And then in turn, the content should be better because it's just easier to live with it. So that 90 seconds that you heard on Saturday, even though actually, you know, believe me or not, guys, and this is extra, by the way. And I know they have little things that pop up in the game all the time. But generally speaking, like, I kind of like Raid Shadow Legends. I'm really not gonna lie. I actually kind of do like it. I before I go to bed, I'll pop it up on my phone and stuff like that. It's a little bit more intelligent, and there is a bit of strategy involved with it and stuff. So I'm not gonna lie, I really do like it. So yeah, and that's what you'll see too. Like, we have NordVPN. NordVPN is gonna be coming up next week. I'm not gonna go and get some weird scam game. I'm not gonna go and just anyone that wants to give me money. Like, for instance, there is a bunch of weird, like, Chinese scam games that want to sponsor, and I've denied them. There are ass loads of RMT sites. Pretty much every single RMT site that is involved with Escape from Tarkov wants to work with me, and it's just like, I don't even fucking respond to those guys, obviously. And then all the weird games, if I go and I look into it and the game just doesn't look right, I don't do it. So, yeah. I wanted to go on a bit of a rant there because someone on Reddit pissed me off. Someone on Reddit wanted to yell at me, and I don't like the Reddit. Reddit's a weird place. Anyway, done with that rant there. Do you think Arena will really be ready by the end of the year, knowing the way BSG likes to push things back? I do think, because it's not necessarily like groundbreaking, right? It's gameplay. So they just need to figure out how to get that little separate location working, right? I do think, and it's like kind of a separate game mode, and they're doing something very similar, remember, with their tournaments. They have private servers for their tournaments. They're running private reserve raids for Tuesday's tournament. They've been running private factory raids. They've been running private labs raids. So theoretically, they just need that. They just need that location, right? And it should be good to go. So there's a lot of that stuff that can stack. There's a lot of that stuff that can stack up. Like for instance, buddy healing. I think buddy healing might show its face pretty soon because Sanitar buddy heals his scav friends. So I think that's a good test, and I think there's a lot of stuff that can stack up when it comes to game development. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't necessarily get noticed. So I think that might pop up because of what they've done with Sanitar. A great example is possibly what we end up seeing with Cavalda, like we were mentioning earlier with the knockout, with the unconscious states. So maybe we start seeing some ragdolls, and maybe we start seeing some stuff involved with Cavalda and his sledgehammer that would then be reused, or essentially it'd be the same thing, but in terms of development, those ragdoll states or those animations or things that might pop up with that sledgehammer hitting somebody can be reused with the unconscious state, or or being able to drag bodies, or being able to interact with your friends and stuff like that, or being able to interact with buddies, interact with bodies. So yeah, so there's a lot of stuff that can happen in game development that isn't necessarily obvious, but can then be reused and rehashed to make development quicker. And I think that might be one of those things. Do you think that vehicles are coming to Tarkov? Vehicles are not a no, but on the entirety of every priority that they have, vehicles are the last thing. So it is their absolute lowest priority to them to put vehicles in the game. So it's not a no, but it's very unlikely. Thank you for your very useful news. Appreciate it, D-Boy. Perspective is good, though. Perspective is good. Make sure you check out the rest of the community. Lots of people have lots of ideas about what's going on with Escape from Tarkov, what's to come with Escape from Tarkov, all that stuff. So perspective is good. Make sure you check out other people out there that spend just as much and more time in game and with the game than I do. Do you expect to see multiple game modes in Arena? Like, oh, absolutely. That's confirmed. Feed. Yeah, multiple game modes. Nikita. Okay, I'm not gonna say exact quote because I obviously don't have the exact quote in front of me. But I think Nikita has exactly said in the past it will be like all of your favorite first-person shooter modes, like, you know, capture the flag, TDM, all that stuff. But there won't be respawns. It'll be like CS:GO, where you have those rounds. So if you die, you might be able to get buddy healed back up. Sorry, no, that wouldn't be if you died. But if you went unconscious, then you might be able to get buddy healed back up. But if you die, that's the end of you for that round. So it'd be like search and destroy for Call of Duty, and it'd be like death in Counter-Strike, where once everyone's dead, next round, and then you go again. Imagine if 12.11 they secretly add all the underbarrel grenade launchers. Well, they wouldn't secretly add it because they said that it's ready for 12.12. But if they do secretly add it, that's going to be nuts. That is going to be nuts. Absolutely insane. Now, on that subject, though, of secretly adding stuff, I think it's my theory that we're going to start seeing more and more of that stuff. It is my theory that we're going to start seeing more and more surprises as we go along because of that new PR guy. So those of you guys that have been here for the last few weeks before I actually got the answers for the Q&A, you know that I struggled getting those answers back because they needed to be approved and actually changed. Even Nikita was silenced a little bit. So he didn't like, or someone, I'm assuming it's the new PR lead guy, but someone from BSG, from PR, did not like what Nikita said. They did not like Nikita's answer, and they thought that we weren't ready for that answer. So they changed it. So they are doing something. They are changing how they work right now. I'm not going to be surprised if we do really get something out of left field at some point here. We get something that we actually genuinely do get surprised about. At the top of that list, for me personally, is the Black Division. At the top of that list, because of how Nikita reacted about them, specifically in Pestely's podcast the other day. He went out of his way to compare them to cultists. And if you guys were following the cultists before they popped up, another thing that I got a ton of shit for because everyone thought that this wasn't going to be a thing and it was never going to happen, or that I was making shit up. if you guys were following the cultists, or if you're following what I was talking about with the cultists before, was that way back when, years ago, years before the cultists even popped up into the game, we would have those work in progress materials of the hood, like the hood with the T-pose and the hood, and you could tell, like, okay, something weird is going on with this dude with the trench coat over here. And we would have the cultist knife as well. So we knew that the cultists were going to be a thing. We knew that they were coming, obviously. And then they started being secretive about them. And then they said, you know what? We want them to be a surprise. We're going to stop talking about them. And then as we got closer to the cultists, more and more people knew about them. More and more people started asking about them. And then more and more times, Nikita says, we're saying stuff like, I really wish we never told you about the cultists because we wanted them to be a complete surprise. We wanted to see what that would do. They still ended up surprising us. It was still really cool. But we did theory, like in theory, we did kind of know, and we went looking for them, and then, you know, that ended up happening. So yeah. Now, Thursday with Pestily, when talking about the Black Division, Nikita actually went out of his way to compare them to the cultists. He's like, well, I don't know, the cultists were pretty secret too, and they're here. Like, he said something like that. I really have to go get that exact quote. I'm going to talk about that this week. That's going to be one of the videos that I do this week. I'm going to be talking about that. Also, I'm going to do a video on keys. The usefulness of where I think keys are going to go in the future once we get all these door breaching and stuff like that. So yeah, that's one of the things. New Black Division video and a key video later this week. But I really need to show some love to the second channel. So there's some stuff going on with Ashes of Creation. I want to do some Hood Outlaws stuff. And Star Citizen is doing their sale on the 21st as well. So there's going to be a bunch of second channel stuff popping up. Especially since Twitch Rivals is happening. I want to make sure we give those guys the light there. Like, they're going to be doing drops and all that stuff. So in terms of Tarkov stuff, pay attention to Twitch Rivals this week, and pay attention to if they end up doing any kind of podcast or something on Thursday. So Thursday is going to be the big interesting day for Tarkov this week. But other than that, I'm going to try and do some second channel stuff. I'm going to try and do some Hood Outlaws, some Hunt Showdown, Star Citizen later in the week, and shoot, what was the other thing? I think Ashes of Creation. I had something else too. That was fine. I forgot what that was. But yeah, where was I? Talk about keys. Oh yeah, having the surprise stuff come up and stuff like that. Yeah. I hope there's an entire section of factory that haven't been shown. I do too. It'd be cool. But again, it's factory, so hopefully it does stay a bit small. Hopefully it does stay on the smaller side. What are your top 3 non-Chad unmodified rifles to use in Tarkov? Oh, I have so many. Gickles, I don't think you know me. I don't like to chat around. I don't like meta guns. I like guns that look good. What's that video that I had the M4 customization in? Was it this one? Yeah, it's this one. Here. Oh, I fucking love guns that actually look good instead of function in Tarkov. I fucking love them. Here. Giggles, go check out that video. That's got a big clip of a couple of my favorite builds there. If you guys want to check that out. Those are a few of my favorite M4 builds. I'm going to do AKs next. I love making the guns look good. Again, with the vehicles, they're their lowest priority, so I doubt they're coming to the game, but it's not a no. Appreciate the support, D-Boy. Again with the game modes, again with the UBGLs, again with the rifles, again with the factory. Are we most likely going to get a Desert Eagle? It's my favorite gun. The only thing that we have to go off of with the Desert Eagle is that we've seen it in studio with them. So unless they're joking around and they have that Desert Eagle in the studio, it theoretically should be coming to the game. That caliber is definitely coming to the game with the Chiappa Rhinos though too. Hey, on Dredge. Yeah, the new PR guy. The new PR guy might be taking the reins in terms of what to tell people, what to tell us. The lore of Tarkov looks like a Resident Evil, but the fact that we don't know what labs we're working on makes me want to shit myself. It's going to be cool, man. Once more lore comes into the game, it's going to be really cool. And as we can tell from Raid, Nikita really knows his shit. He knows how to make things Cool. With weapon skins, you think it's a reusable or a single use? I think it's going to be a single use, but I think it's going to be based off of a can of paint. So I think you'll have like a can of spray paint, and then maybe you can use it like three or four times before it runs out. I think that sounds right up Tarkov's alley. I think that's probably what they're going to end up doing. Maybe it's one-time use, maybe not. Depends on the size of the paint can. I would actually assume actually there. Do you think it will be game money or real world money? There absolutely will not be real world money. There will never be microtransactions in Escape from Tarkov. There will never be microtransactions in Escape from Tarkov. They've been saying that since day one, and they're sticking to it. That's good enough. Also, you should check out the arena mode on Apex. I think, yeah, Jesse was playing that the other day. It looks interesting. Man, I have so much shit that I need to get to. There's just so much. I have to prioritize. I really like Hood Outlaws. I think Hood Outlaws is really cool. I want to get to that. And then everyone and their mother is telling me to play Hunt Showdown, so I need to get to Hunt Showdown. I love my reserve keys. Keys are still going to be good, guys. Keys are still going to be good because they're going to be easy. You have the key, you unlock the door, you go in. It's just how it works right now. What's not easy is breaking the door down, prying the door down, blowing the door open, shooting the door open, and picking the lock open. Those aren't easy. Keys are easy, though. So you're always going to have that easy access with the keys. Do you think factory expansion will include any mounted weapons like the custom expansion did? I think they... Oh, shit. You know what? I think they said something in the past about that they are going to add a mounted weapon in factory. That's making my brain hurt. I think they did. I forget, but I think they did say that they did want to add mounted weapons to factory. So we'll see. So if that is the case, if they did end up actually doing that, maybe it'll come with once they open up the lab stuff. I could see them like trying to lock down labs, so they put a big gun there or something like that. Interesting. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. I'll be on the lookout for them. But I personally, from the pictures that I saw, or that we've seen so far this last week, I didn't see any. But I think they did in the past say that they wanted to add mounted weapons. What size is the Omicron case? Omicron's, so picture a gamma, and then a space, and then a 1x3. So it's a kappa, but instead of a 3x4, it's a 3x3, and then a space, and then a 1x3, if that makes sense. So you'll have 12 total slots, but they're not connected. What info do we have about the Epsilon? Do you mean Omicron? Omicron, we don't know. It's just going to be obtainable somehow. Epsilon's already in the game. Epsilon's through Punisher. Do you think want snow maps in the future? Snow maps are coming, dude. Advanced seasonal weather is coming. Heat in the summer, snow in the winter. That is coming. I seriously hope they fix... it's a DLC, though. It's a DLC, Felix. Tars, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. I seriously hope they fix the sound in the game. Yeah, it's work in progress, man. Work in progress. Barely tell half the time if someone is below or above me, and it gets me killed a lot. Yep, welcome to Tarkov, and yes, they know, and yes, they're working on it. Will you make a video on skills that haven't been implemented yet? I think I already did, Outrider. I think I already talked about those. I forget which... I need to catalog everything that I've made already, so that I know what I'm doing once the day comes that I need to remake everything. Can't have a game set in Russia without LMG. Yeah, for sure. Play Madden. I like football, but not playing Madden. Sorry, Herb. Hope you're doing well too. I'm playing Apex Arenas right now. I think it works so well with Tarkov. So I liked Titanfall. I liked Titanfall a lot. I liked the original Titanfall. I have Titanfall 2. I've barely played it, but I do like the combat in it. I do like the movement and everything. I like the guns and all that stuff. I just don't have the fucking time. I do not have the time. So I have to prioritize what I want to do for gaming and stuff. And right now, Hood Outlaws and Legends is at the top of that. I'm gonna mix some War Thunder in there with that, and if they would let me into the damn content creator program for Ashes of Creation, I'd be playing Ashes of Creation right now. If I don't end up getting into the content creator program, at least to a point where it'll allow me to play, for Ashes of Creation. I'm going to end up buying it so that I can actually play it because I'm super excited for that game. And so, yeah, so we've got Ashes of Creation at the top of that list. We've got Hood, Outlaws, and Legends just below that. And then just below that, Hunt Showdown. And then just below that, I want to check out, I wanted to play Middle-earth Shadow War 2 because I thought that would be cool. There's a lot. There's also a bunch of RTS games coming out. Holy shit. You got Humankind. There's a War Game Red Dragon update with a new nation that's coming out too. And they're doing that Lord of the Rings mod for Bannerlord. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think a lot of you guys quite understand how much of a gamer I am. I love all these fucking... I play and I love all these games. Oh, Star Citizen again too. Yeah. Armor 3. I might try and get into an Armor 3 operation for the Milsim unit that I'm a part of. If they're doing an operation later today. Those are pretty fun. Depending on what they're doing. Yeah, there's just a shit ton of stuff. There's a lot. Where do you think Cavaldo will spawn? Gold Whip, I think he's going to be in that picture that we saw that's like the underground portion. I think he's going to be in there, personally. At least one of his spawns is going to be down there. Just got here. Why is it a big week? The last week was a big week. So, and you can watch the video that I posted yesterday. Treesame. Treesame? Trust me? Trees? Yeah, you know. You know who you are. Go watch it. Go watch yesterday's video, and you'll see everything that happened this week. How do you feel about them swapping Epsilon and Gamma? That's not confirmed. What do you mean? You mean like as an idea? Because that's not... You didn't phrase that as a question. So that's not confirmed. If you think that's confirmed, that's not a thing. And I think that it's good that it's like that. Because the Epsilon, in theory, is better than the Gamma in a lot of ways. You can put a tank battery in the Epsilon. You can put two 2x2 items, which is a lot. There's a lot of really cool 2x2 items that you can stick in the Epsilon that you cannot with the Gamma, of course, because they won't fit. So Epsilon's an interesting place, and theoretically it's better in a lot of cases than the Gamma, and it is not purchasable. You have to earn it in game, so I like where it's at. Do you think there will ever be a way to track a player like Muddy Footsteps ran through bushes? I mean, Heavy Bleeds, Herb. I know we were talking the other day and you said you haven't played much, but Heavy Bleeds, you do that, man. And then Muddy Footsteps, I'm not sure. Muddy Footsteps are different based off of the terrain. Or based off of, like, there's a lot that goes into Muddy Footsteps, but maybe through snow. I'm assuming there's going to be something that goes on with snow once we do get snow. What if the mounted guns can get dismantled and carried? That was the plan before Fed, but they said they're not going to do that anymore. That was the plan before, but they said that they are not going to. You are not going to be able to take apart the mounted weapons anymore. On Wiki, there is a planned feature called direct player trading or something similar to that. Do you think that? How do you think that will work? How do I think that will work? I think that is going to be removed as soon as possible from the Wiki because I'm going to talk to them about that because they know as well as I that there's no fucking way that's going to happen as long as RMT is a problem. So I'm on the Wiki Discord, so I'll talk to them about that and I'll see what they say about that later. And what was it called? Direct player trading. Yeah, as long as RMT is a problem, there's no fucking way that's happening. Trading. Wiki boys. Question. I'll talk to the Wiki boys later today and see what's up with that. Will there be mines in Tarkov? Yes. If you go and look at my last video, I have a bunch of shots of them. Do I have them handy, actually? I might have a couple of the pictures handy. I do. Okay. Here's one. Personally, I don't know if this is anti-personnel or anti-vehicle or what. Obviously, we know what this is. That's anti-personnel. This is going to be a clacker, guys, by the way. This is going to have two little lasers sticking out of it. It'll be a clacker. Maybe a tripwire. Speaking of tripwire, we got our Bouncing Betty here with tripwire. Where's the other one? I thought there was another one too. Yeah, here it is. This one's anti-vehicle, right? Isn't this one anti-tank? I think this one's anti-tank. And then we've got the tripwire here with the bouncing Betty. And then we've got this boy here, the Claymore. And then that right there. So, yep, they're coming. They are coming. Cookie nades, new nades like smokes, decoys, etc. Cookie nades is coming. New smoke grenades are coming. Decoys are coming. Those were all confirmed in my Q&A with Nikita this week. Philip Haas. Go check out my Q&A video with Nikita, which is this right here. This is my Nikita Q&A video, guys. So go check that out. Those are directly confirmed. Those are coming. South Africa for a war game is going to be poggers. Yep. That will be cool. Oh, motorized for sure, too, Tirish. Motorized is going to be cool. Motorized is already kind of sick anyway with most nations. I'm more of a mechanized guy. I really like my mechanized and my armored decks, but that's just me. But I'll still play it. Timefall 2 got a pikes of players they want. I don't know what you mean there, Dr. Tix. Should be. I like Titanfall too. I like Titanfall gameplay. On the wiki there is a planned feature called Director. Oh yeah, so we already got that. Yeah, no fucking way that's happening. Especially with RMT. Will there be mines? Yep, already got that one. All right, so it looks like I fell behind here a little bit. Do you think it's a good indicator there won't be a wipe if some of the top streamers have absolutely nothing to do with when there's going to be a wipe, guys? JH, I've spent the last several videos. Yesterday's video is my biggest case for a possibility of a wipe in patch 12.11. I've explained myself as much as I possibly can with the information that we have. So if that's not good enough for you, I'm sorry. Sorry, JH, but if that's, yeah. I've explained it all up and down what we have right now. And I get a lot of shit for what I've said about the stuff, about wipe and stuff, but it's just common sense. It is just take it or leave it. Like that's what we got. So yeah, hardcore accounts and streamers that have absolutely nothing to do when the wipe is going to happen. Now, what might have to do when the wipe is going to happen sometimes is big tournaments. Big tournaments might have something to do with it. But streamers, Clean saying something, Pesley saying something, Landmark saying something, Shroud or Summit playing something has nothing, saying something has nothing to do with the wipe. What about Squad? Do you like Squad? Squad's cool. Squad is cool. Any guns you want added or stims? Stims, I think we're good on. Guns, I'd really like the G36 and the SAW to be in the game. Those would be cool. Other than that, I'm getting the Scar. I like the Scar too. Do you think snow maps will ever be? Snow maps are planned. Yep. Felix, I think I answered that like way earlier, unless I'm super behind. Snow maps are coming, Felix. Yep. Advanced seasonal weather, snow in the winters, heat in the summer. With there being an RPG skill in planned SPG-9, do you think there will be hostile AI vehicles? I don't think so. There might be some hard points. There might be some interesting like bunkers or something that we might need to take out with an HE round, but I don't think there's going to be any vehicles. You play Halo? I haven't played Halo in a long time, but I do really like Halo. Every single one of the Halos I played through the campaign. Same thing with Assassin's Creed. I was one of those kids that was waiting outside GameStop for a new Assassin's Creed or a new Halo so that I could go home and play it all through the night. It's just amazing. Used to love those stories, all that shit. Will there be cuffs and capturing PMC scavs in the final Tarkov? I do not know. That would have been a good question. That would have been a good question, so I'm going to take a note of that. I forgot to ask about that. What patch will Lighthouse come with? Right now it's planned with 12.12, but I highly doubt it's going to come with 12.12 because of the gray box. It's in gray box state. So go check out yesterday's video. He's back. Go check out yesterday's video, and you'll get my explanation of what's going on with Lighthouse. Cookie nades like, yep, those are all coming. Yep. I mean that as an idea. Sorry, Harry's. I missed what you said earlier. Sorry. Do you think it's bad that some armor changes your sensitivity? No, because it's thick. It adds a lot of weight to you, and it binds up your arms. It will bind up your arms, and you can't move around as much. So that's actually realistic. Add different types of slings for your rifle. I think those are planned. Will there be cuffs? Again, I don't know what's going on with that. I'm super behind, and since we are at 10 a.m. already here, guys. Wow, we're already at 10 a.m. here, guys. Let's lightning round it. If I haven't gotten to your question, I apologize, but I'll also be here again tomorrow. Let's lightning round it. Any insight on the clan system will work? Not a whole lot. I have videos talking specifically about clans, though. Go check that out, and you'll get the most up-to-date information on that. Are there going to be flashbangs in Tarkov? There already is flashbangs in Tarkov. I'm not sure how you don't know that. Will there be cuffs and capturing? I don't know. We're going to have to ask about that. I took a note of it, though, so I'll ask for you. Do you know if the... Wait. There are not flashbangs in Tarkov yet. Don't read into that. There's the shotgun round. There's shotgun round. Yes, the shotgun round has flashes. Will there be cuffs? I don't know. Is Aqua... I heard Nikita say snow maps are not planned. I don't know when he said that. I'm going to need to see when he said that. Would you be on board, because that's the planned DLC. That's like one of the biggest that's one of the most important planned DLCs. Would you be on board with the ability to actually play Tetris on the consoles you find? That'd be cool. When do you think open world will come? One of the very last things are going to be open world if it does end up coming. It's going to be one of the very last things. What's the first thing you are going to say with VoIP, Friendly and Cherno, or Welcome to Tarkov? Oh, fuck, what was the thing? I was going to have a thing if I snuck up behind someone. Oh, I was going to say, hello there. I was going to work on my best Obi-Wan Kenobi voice, and when I sneak up behind someone, I'll be like, heads up. I'll be like, yo, catch, or something like that. I'll fuck with people. If I directly, positively identified my target as an enemy, then I'll sneak up behind them and say, hello there, and then I'll hit them with something. What's the first thing you are going... Yep, got that. Love this content. Keep it up, boss. Thanks, Fed. Do you think if someone is captured, do you think we could ransom or sell them? No, I think that's way out of the league of possibility, actually, to be honest with you. I really don't think that's going to happen. When will we get the scope and sight rework? With 12.11. And with that, guys, that is Good Morning Tarkov. For most of these questions... The videos that I made the video that I made just yesterday answers those, and also the videos that I've been making the last couple days will answer those. So make sure that you guys are doing that. Make sure that you guys check out those videos. I make them short for a reason, because it's easy to digest. It's easy to understand the information that comes with them when they're short and to the point. So go check those out, especially the video yesterday. I really appreciate the support with the video yesterday because it was a sponsored one. So if I didn't get to your question, or if you had something else that you wanted to ask, I will be back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Again, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. Eastern United States time for the latest Escape from Tarkov news. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Again, make sure you check out those videos, because those were huge videos, especially the one yesterday. And the last couple days, there were a bunch of really good videos. So make sure you go check those out on the channel. I am going to take a bit of a slower Sunday today, but I will be back to normal tomorrow. I have a couple videos planned for this week. But generally speaking, today I might not be around as much. However, later today, in a few hours, you might see me pop up on the second channel. So if you guys aren't subbed to the second channel, make sure you check that out if you like more games than just Escape from Tarkov, because there are a lot more games that I played than just Escape from Tarkov, and I like to feature them on the second channel. So thank you guys very much for hanging out. I love you, and I hope you have a nice day. See you guys.